A very good afternoon to you all, and welcome from me, Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. Now, the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Kataha Museveni, has requested Dr. Dennis Mpebwa, formerly of the Limit X Gospel Group, to come back home and help in the training of the young generation. The First Lady met with Dr. Dennis Mpebwa, who called on her at State House Nakasero to share with her on how he can put to use the various qualifications he attained after the end of Limit X to salvage Uganda's young generation. Dr. Dennis Mpebwa is one of the trio Ugandan artists who founded the Limit X Gospel Music Group that was very successful and gained a lot of fame in the 1990s. The First Lady said that it is interesting to hear how the former Limit X singer used the time after the disbanding of the group to upgrade. She said that Uganda needs him to come back and do something to help the young generation in these times when there is a lot of distortions and existential threat to the Ugandan culture and values. The First Lady and Dr. Dennis Mpebwa talked at length about solutions that would enable our African values to both be articulated and championed. Among the things they discussed was the need to openly and transparently talk more often about toxic issues pervading the young people's minds, including the dangers of the scary lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and queer community LGBTQ agenda, promoting the teaching of the mother tongue. Dr. Mpebwa informed the First Lady about his online ministry training college called the T300, which offers diploma to doctorate level courses, and requested that its curriculum is accredited by the Ministry of Education and Sports so that when the Ugandan pastors graduate, they feel their degree is recognized in Uganda. Dr. Mpebwa asked the Education Minister to consider opening doors to public lectures and fireside chats in educational institutions of higher learning where most of foreign ideologies emerge and flourish. Now, the Uganda People's Defence Forces, UPDF, has once again explained and emphasized the relevance of their stay and operations in Somalia under the African Transition Mission in Somalia. According to Brigadier General Peter Gaetano Omola, the Sector 1 Contingent Commander of ATMIS, Somalia has for long been a breeding area for terrorism, and hence there is need to curb the problem for the good of Somalia, the region and Uganda in particular. Brigadier General Mola has also responded to queries to do with the UPDF soldiers raised by Ugandan legislators. He was addressing a media briefing at a UPDF camp in Somalia following a visit by the defense spokesperson Brigadier General Felix Klaije. Take a watch.
You see again, like I said, Somalia has been and is still a breeding ground for terrorism. And if we let it grow, it's definitely going to affect us so much. It's better to come and fight it from the source here and away from home than allowing it to grow, stay home, and it find us there, and then we begin fighting it back from home. So we really urge the population back at home there, and it has. I know it has improved a lot on the security of the region, and obviously the security of back home there in Uganda. There's a link, for example, between Al-Shabaab and the ADF. We can't rule that out, and we know the atrocities that are being committed by ADF there. Now, if we are not doing something here, it would be much more. So what we are doing here is very important. We have leave. We have compassionate leave for our troops, and we have an admin flight. Every month we have 6 flights, admin flights. That takes soldiers to leave and bring back those who have finished their leave. We always give them 2 weeks, 14 days, and sometimes if they are not able to solve their domestic issues that they have, they extend for 1 week. Some even go beyond 1 week. extension, and then they extend for another two weeks. So we always have leave for our soldiers. They always travel back home.
3 months to come. The insurance.
Now, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Jane Francis Abodo, has sanctioned 2 charges of terrorism, 3 charges of murder, 3 charges of aggravated robbery, and 1 charge of belonging to a terrorist organization against Choto Abdul Rashid, alias Njovu, alias Tembo, in respect of the attack in Queen Elizabeth National Park, where the lives of 1 Ugandan, Aliai Eric, and 2 British tourists, Barlow David James and Gaia Emarentia Cecilia, were claimed on the 17th of October 2023. During the attack, 2 motor vehicles, a Mercedes-Benz cargo truck and a Toyota Land Cruiser, were burnt, and the passports, money and visa cards of the tourists and identity card, employment card and driving permit of the Ugandan were taken by the suspect and his associates. Prosecution-guided investigations were commenced by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, Criminal Investigations Directorate, CID, and Chieftaincy of Military Intelligence, CMI. Consequently, Choto Abdul Rashid was arrested in an operation by the Uganda People's Defence Forces and Marine Forces on Lake Edward. 2 of his associates were shot dead and others managed to escape in a boat. Now, the hearing of the case at High Court Criminal Division, where 9 suspects are accused of kidnapping and murdering Susan Magara, has once again flopped. Now, this followed when the accused's legal team failed to present the alleged torture documents from the African Center for Treatment and Rehabilitation for Torture Victims Hospital, as directed during the last court sitting by Judge Alex Ajiji. According to the accused's lawyer, Richard Kumbuga, although they tried to reach the hospital to avail them with the documents, all was in vain. Now, since the hospital asked them to give them some time, Kumbuga called for more time to obtain the alleged documents. Now, the prayer was not objected by the prosecution. The defense prayer was granted by Judge Alex Ajiji, thus adjourning the matter to the 15th of November 2023. Defense, during the last court sitting, the defense legal team filed an oral application asking court to halt and dismiss the case on grounds that the accused were tortured during and after arrest. The accused were remanded until then. Let's now go for a short break and we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Jovia ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu, nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agataziizibwa, amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ageewala ennyo, okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo, ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu biseera n'okumanya buli kimu ekirina okumanyibwa. Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kumu ku ki ky'osobola okukola ku mukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN.
African Airline Association, in conjunction with Uganda Airlines, presents the 55th AFRA Annual General Assembly between the 19th and 21st November 2023 at Speak Resort Hotel, Munyonyo, in the heart of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. In attendance will be 500 high-profile African and global aviation leaders, 40 airline CEOs making strides to transform aviation for development. The 55th AFRA AGA is proudly powered by
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions, and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number, and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it?
Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera, refrain from unnecessary engagements with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Sebo.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put on drip.
Hey, Musao, can you read this for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Sebo, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sew your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
No malaria will catch.
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Let's have a look now at the latest in business. The Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries has flagged off 200 motorcycles to 77 districts to support extension workers reach out to farmers in rural areas to improve agriculture. The Minister for Agriculture, Frank Tumwebaze, handed over the motorcycles to representatives of extension workers who urged them to use them for intended purpose. Mr. Tumwebaze also gave assurance that every quarter they will be purchasing some vehicles to ease operations of the ministry officers.
My pleasure to symbolically hand over this key to the production coordinator of Moroto, representing all the others function. So I'm really happy this morning to be sending or handing over 200 motorbikes to our district extension staff.
Seven
districts of Uganda, and I think 4 cities, 6 cities. Because some people think there is no farming in cities, but there is actually farming. And most of our cities really are growing villages. They are still coming up. I hope they won't be offended with that statement. But even cities produce food. So the purpose of these motorcycles is not just an entitlement to the extension staff to enjoy. No. We have prioritized this as a Ministry of Agriculture from our small development budget because we want the extension staff to reach out to the farmers, to reach out the PDM beneficiary groups to ensure this control works. How do you fight disease? You monitor, you do surveillance, like in animals, even plants. You teach farmers how to practice acceptable agronomy. So really, I want to pledge to you, and I have assured the Minister of Local Government, we shall continue to prioritize this support.
The issues that have been raised about extension, and we are committing ourselves that we are going to deliver to the best of our capacities. And I'm also informing you that this season's rain, Honorable Minister, yes, the mixed issue, but to farming, the rains have been good. Where I come from in Kiriando, Bunyoro region, but I've also moved across the country. We are receiving good rains. Of course, there are hiccups. Farmers who are in low-lying areas, of course, the crops are getting submerged. But to at least to a large extent, most of the farmers who are growing crops which need rain, coffee, bananas, based on the higher side, rice, all those farmers are very, very happy. And on behalf of Kiriandongo, that where I come from, Kiriandongo is the food basket of this country. I can assure you that the yields that you're going to get are going to be more than double.
Era tutukanga tukoba omuntu nti nigasita ndala mukaga itano sita isatu ash onige yes
ngaho bakubuza machanti
nga bamubuza machanti code nga tumukobata mu nsanvu bino olumalirizawo ngatamwe sente dali kuwayo kumbaga ya mwenemu sawa yeneyo nga kyabazinga amwebaza nga tweyongere kai tujja mu kyalo ekindi
ekikoba embago lunawa luti nga mwira
tulija kumala kai tweyongere emyezi mukaga nga tukasomesa abantu momope
baba embaga ya mwenemu eriyo nga 18 kai emyezi omukaga gyoli kwongeramu ojaji
oyidine bya momope abantu yembite yona bandeta momo ono ne bibali kumpaka ne bya momo pabidi tyama kupichipichi ojo bisomesa
muleke musoni we tyamaja
baba tuka bulungi
simbule mbalasi asumulude
momo nyabo.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cash back every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Banza kusima Muzeyi Museveni Tibuhabuga Babyface ekiyagezo.
I want to start by thanking Muzeyi Museveni Tibuhaburwa Babyface for what he has done for us. He got us from the villages when we were stuck because he saw we didn't have what to do. Right now we are in Toro Zonal Hub, the one that trains the young generation.
Tumusima Stine Bugarukiro. Ezeshaha Tudio muri Toro Zonal Hub project ya Muzeyi eyatiro kwegesa itwe ensinganto. Nyoyo ndi carpenter.
I am now a carpenter and we do chairs, beds, doors and everything else that is found in the furniture world.
Tubanza kusima abashomesa bitu abitwine.
We want to thank our teachers. They have done a good job imparting skills to us. to see that we do such things, yet we were in the villages and could not do anything. We are now waiting for graduation and put in practice what we have learned.
After graduation tukareba twaza kutandikira nkahi.
Let's move further afield and we'll begin in Ukraine, where Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, has been hit by the first Russian airstrike in 52 days, according to city officials. Kyiv's mayor said strong explosions were heard in the early hours of Saturday morning, but information suggests air defense systems were able to intercept the missiles. Residents have been ordered to take refuge in air raid shelters. There have been no initial reports of casualties following the air attack. The strikes came as President Volodymyr Zelensky marked the first anniversary of the liberation of Kherson from Russia. In Odessa, the coastal district, some 275 miles from Kyiv, there were reports of at least 2 missile attacks. According to the region's head of administration, Oleg Kiper, 3 people were injured and a 96-year-old woman was hospitalized. Her condition is, however, understood to be stable. To Israel now, and Israel's President Isaac Herzog says a copy of Hitler's book, Mein Kampf, was found on the body of a Hamas operative at a base they were using in northern Gaza. He said it showed that some in Hamas were researching Hitler's anti-Semitic ideology. Asked by the BBC's Laura Quinnsberg if Israel's response to the attack by Hamas on the 7th of October has become disproportionate, Herzog said that first and foremost, we defend ourselves. He said Israel was conducting its operations in Gaza according to the rules of international humanitarian law, and it warned the civilians of strike targets in advance. He acknowledged that there had been civilian deaths in Gaza, but blamed Hamas for many of the tragedies there. Let's take yet another short break and return with the latest in sport.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at some sports news. We begin with football, and the Uganda Cranes departed for Morocco on Sunday, the 12th of November 2023, ahead of their scheduled 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign that will kickstart on Friday, the 17th of November 2023, against Guinea and Somalia on Tuesday, the 21st of November 2023. The Cranes has a contingent of 16 players and 10 officials who departed for the North African country as they start new life under head coach Paul Joseph during this last international break of 2023. The Cranes are in Group G from the African bracket that comprises of 6 teams, which include Somalia, Mozambique, Botswana, Guinea, and African giants, Algeria. pool now, and hundreds of pool lovers endured lengthy hours of the night to witness champions of the Nile Special National Pool Open Championship crowned. Caesar Chandinga and Rukia Naiga were crowned champions. Take a watch.
An epic yet putting lovers of the sport on tension as the Nile Special Pool Open Championship came to a climax. In a filled Lugogo arena, while others watched through the giant screens, Caesar Chandinga and Rukia Naiga emerged victorious for each to walk away with a brand new car. Chandinga showcased his prowess in the men's final race to 9 when he fought from a 2-0 deficit against Hazard Lokomoa to clinch a 9-5 victory. His resilience performance earned him not only the converted title, but also the keys to a brand new Toyota Mark X and a substantial cash prize of 5 million shillings.
You guys, you are the reason behind all the success I'm facing now. It has been always us, me and you guys.
In the women's category, Naiga triumphed over her young sister Rashida Mutesi to secure a Toyota Rawum and a cash prize of 3 million shillings. Naiga currently is the #1 seed in the ladies category. The Now Special National Pool Open Championship stands as one of the most prestigious in the land and acts as a ranking tournament. Now Special sponsored the tournament all the way from the qualifiers to the finals. Ngabo Amon reporting for UBC TV.
And that story brings us to the end of this bulletin here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. I'll see you later.